Hello friends, welcome to another thrilling episode of Investigators in Cars Drinking Coffee. I'm your host, Mark Murnan, president of Complete Legal Investigations in Palm Beach Gardens, Florida, and I am accompanied once again by my beautiful partner and a very savvy private investigator, Wendy Murnan, licensed private investigator, certified paralegal. And Wendy, we're celebrating something today. What are we celebrating? What is we celebrating?
We're celebrating National and International Investigator Day.
Private Investigator
Private Investigator Day.
International PI, National PI Day. That is a mouthful, isn't it? And
I didn't even know it existed.
Honestly,
but thanks to one of our fellow investigators.
Yeah, we found out about
it. Yeah.
So what is who are they celebrating? Why pick? What is it? The 24th of July or something?
24th of July, because the very first detective from France was born on July 24th. Vidocq.
Yeah.
Way back in, was it 1833?
Something like that.
Yes.
Yeah, it's a long time. It wasn't, believe it or not, it wasn't Sherlock Holmes' birthday.
No.
Because he was a fictional character.
Right. This guy's for real.
This guy was for real.
Yeah.
And how did he get his start? How did he and Pinkerton were in the same generation? How did they get their start?
Well, they started out by helping law enforcement. They were solving criminal cases for police departments.
Okay, perfect.
So they were working with the police.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. So as they're working with the police, they began to think that they can start doing this in the private sector.
Exactly.
And I know Pinkerton was very much involved in the growth of unions, union busting, I think, conducting intelligence investigations. And you actually read a story about him and Kate Warren.
Yes, the first female investigator.
Yeah, the first female
that worked
private
for Pinkerton.
Yeah, I mean back in the 19th century.
Right. She kind of wandered in his office. She saw a article or an advertisement for a job.
Right.
And she wandered in there, and he thought she wanted a secretary position. She's like, no, I want to be an investigator.
I think you told me that once, too.
Yeah.
I took your application.
You did.
I was pretty savvy.
And you hired me.
I did. Now I work for you.
That's right. And I control the money.
Absolutely. That's how we work together so well and are still in business
really
after 20 years.
This partnership.
This partnership has done very well. But I just find it fascinating that, and there was some kind of contribution there, some kind of acknowledgement that private investigators fulfill a vital role in the function of the criminal justice and the civil justice system.
We do. And I always think about that when especially a friend or, family member will get in a pickle. We just got a text
pickle?
a couple weeks ago where I'm in a pickle, and we were able to help them. And so we do have a vital role. It's not just, people think we just drive around and watch, do surveillance, but there's so much more. Information is very helpful when you need it.
It's an information profession.
Yes.
We are information gatherers, information analysts, and I think as you see the trending now towards open source investigations, OSINT they call it, and still involves human intelligence, HUMINT, human. And signal intelligence, SIGINT. I mean, all these information gathering strategies are what private investigators are really on the cutting edge of. So, what surprised you the most about being a PI as we celebrate National Private Investigators Day?
I think what surprised me the most, first of all, is that I was a PI, and I wrote an article about that. Oh no, I'm a private investigator. And then I think what surprised me is how darn interesting it is, and how people are so interesting. I like people, I love people, and I do so much research.
Yeah.
And it's just so darn interesting.
It remains interesting.
Yes, I never get bored.
You've never been shot at, though, have you?
I've never been shot at.
Never got clonked on the head with a sap?
No.
No one shot with a gat or anything of the private eye tropes, the TV tropes.
No,
fortunately, it is a regular profession. It's just a very interesting one.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think what surprised me the most about the profession is the ambiguity and inconclusiveness.
Yes.
Even after investigating something for months, even years, how inconclusive things can be and how ambiguous.
There's not always a straight answer to anything.
No, there isn't. People are far too complex to imagine that you're just going to have a smoking gun at the end of it and wrap everything up like they do on TV.
And people think, we're going to, just turn on our computer, boom, boom, there's the answer. It is not like that. We dig and dig and dig, and we have to be very careful we don't get the wrong person, the wrong place.
Or the wrong information.
And it's happened.
It has. It has. Mistakes are made. No one's perfect.
Yeah.
But it is just amazing to me how even after nearly 40 years in the profession, how interesting, how things have changed.
Yes.
I mean, when I started back in the 80s, it was payphones, beepers, cell phones weren't even in the offing. It wasn't even, but we drove around and repossessed cars and got information. We went to libraries, used Polk's City Directory.
Yeah.
I collected phone books back in the day as
Yeah.
the initial white pages databases. So just how much things are now at your fingertips, and yet still how complicated it is to find things.
It is.
So anyway, we thought we'd just share that with you as we celebrate National Private Investigators Day, or as I like to put it to our clients, National Take a PI to Lunch Day.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Let's find one.
Let's find one. Celebrate that. Think about your favorite PI and take them out to lunch.
Something other than coffee.
Yeah, that's true. We're waiting now for an appointment to meet somebody over coffee. So. Anyway, thought we would share that with you. Thanks so much for joining us today. We're in a different vehicle today for complex reasons, so we don't have any coasters to share with you here. But hit the subscribe button down below if you're not already a subscriber. We appreciate that. Visit our website for theprofitablepi.com, where we have our manuals together on marketing.
Coming out with a new one.
Coming out with a new one, Research Assistant.
That's right.
Boom, that one's coming out as well. But a way to shorten the learning curve if you have a PI agency or if you'd like to learn to become one, how to shorten the learning curve as you are taking on new employees, subcontractors, as well as just learning the basics of investigations and marketing yourself. So make sure you also check out that. I'll include a tag to that, theprofitablepi.com. And we will see you next time on Investigators in Cars Drinking Coffee.
Bye-bye.